Hi everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about purpose and meaning and how it's essential for us to have some kind of purpose and reason for being in life. Because without that, you've got no fuel. We can go about our daily lives day by day, getting by, enduring life. But to actually live with joy, it's good to live with, you need to have purpose and meaning in your life. So generally as we go through life, we've always kind of aiming for something. And as you're growing up, you wait to be a teenager, you study, and then you get into your jobs, and then you become, some of us, become parents. And until we're always quite busy up until this point. But once your children start to grow up a little bit, you start to lose your way. I can tell you that because that's what happened to me. And I ended up mid 40s and just completely lost. Ended up depressed because I just felt I had, like my children were leaving me naturally, and quite rightly, were starting to live, want to be with their friends, want to live their lives. But of course, I was left empty and felt, what's in it for me now? I'm 45 years old. What do I do? So what happened is I ended up, very depressed, but I got myself through that and worked my way through that. And so here I am now, going to be 50 in a few days, and I've got so much meaning in life and purpose in my life that I just, that I've got so much to look forward to in the future. But I had to go through the stages to get there. So the reason I wanted to come on today and talk to you about this is it doesn't matter what age you are, no matter how old you are, you've always got something to give. We've all got something to give, and we all have these special gifts and talents, even if they're not wide and obvious. We're all special in our own way. We've all got our own gift to give and share with the world. So the reason I created my Write Your Legacy program was I created something that I really needed at that time in my life, where I needed to put my energy into something just to give me something to get me moving. So what I've done, I created this program for other people, but I've created it for lots of reasons. Created it for a legacy for your children, because I think it's so important to be able to leave our words and our how we feel about life for our children, so they'll always have a part of us when we're gone. And so that in times, like I know at 45, I could have done with my mum, because I want to say, well, how did you get through this? But she wasn't here. So I thought this is really, really essential for me to do this for my children, so that my kids are 45 and I'm not here. They've got a guide, they've got somebody, they can still talk to their mum, because I think that's really essential. I don't think we value our parents until they're gone. But for me to have my mum, if I'd had my mum there, I think I would have got through it much better, much more easily. But she wasn't there. So what I've done, I've created this program for my children and for everybody else's children, and for parents is also to give their life meaning. Because I think when we're doing something meaningful, we obviously we've got something purpose, and it takes us out of that slump. Because what happens is when we get into that negative mindset, we start just looking at all the horrible things, and why did I do that, and why did that happen, I should have done this and I should have done that. But obviously we can't change the past, so it's about leaving the past behind. So my Write Your Legacy program, I've created it in such a way that it's about tidying up your past and putting it away nice and tidily, looking at all the beautiful things and keeping the nice memories for to share with your family, but also for you to realise how much good you've had in your life as well. It's also another part of it is I've created it in such a way to get to know yourself again, to understand who you were as a child and how you've changed and how you've grown and what lessons you've learned throughout your life. And so it's like a reevaluation of your life, but always just a positive, seeing all the good in your life, and to see what else you've got left to give. So it's a whole journey. In my program, I talk. It's like 4 parts. And first of all, I talk you through the mindset of writing your own legacy, about writing your own book to leave your children. But in there's a list of 101 questions that you can actually sort of just make it simple, so you don't have to think about what you want to put into your own biography as such. It's just about answering the questions, and you can make it 5 lines, you can make it 10 pages, it's up to you. But and then you can pick and choose the questions. It's in such a way that you can, it's like a buffet sort of thing, and you can do it as you choose. I'm not there to tell you what to write. I'm just there as a guide to help you to make this job really easy for you. And also in that program, there's 2 30-minute sessions with me as well, because if you get blocked or if you feel you get stuck, then it's always good to have somebody there to guide you through that. But what I've created it in such a way that you can help you find your way, to help you know who you are, to understand how much more you've still got to give. So there's so many benefits from this. I'm not a salesperson at all, and in fact, I find it quite difficult to sell. But this is not something, I don't feel like I'm selling here. For me, I feel this is the gift that everybody should have. That we should all take this journey in our lives and reevaluate who we are, reevaluate our future, and it's something we should do often as well. So I've created it in such a way that will give your life meaning and purpose. It'll give you something to leave to your children. It'll help you see the good in your life, to gain more meaning and purpose in your life, and to put your energy into something that's really worthwhile, instead of spending hours and hours watching, mindless television or games and scrolling through Facebook. But to actually put your time and energy into something that's of real value, not just to you now, but to your family, not just for your children, but for future generations, so that they will know their great-great-grandmother or great-great-grandfather, and just so they can relate, and you can, in your wisdom, whether you've had made loads of mistakes in life, that'll also help them. It doesn't have to be all just roses, a rosy life, but just to give a part of yourself to be able to share your mistakes, your joys with your family in the future. So this is really, really important to me, and it's very, very close to my heart. And I'm telling you about it not because I want to sell it, but because I feel it's important. And if you are stuck in your life, or you feel that you could do with more meaning, if you want to leave something for your children, something valuable, then whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, or even 90, this is something that you can actually do and still be able to find the positive and the joy in your life. So if you're interested, send me a message. I'll put a link in below for you to get in contact with me. I hope this was helpful to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you for listening. Bye.